So there's been some research that shows that ideal job descriptions are less than 250 words. The first thing that happens is if you take a detailed job description and just post it as is, you're already going to lose a lot of otherwise quality people applying to your job. I hope most HR people would understand that the job post shouldn't be written like typical job description. It's basically an advertisement. You're actually writing something to attract people to apply. You're not trying to detail out every single thing about this particular job. And I think if you approach your job post with this kind of mindset, then you will write better posts that will attract the right applicant. Obviously, screening is important, but the primary goal of the post is to attract talent to apply to you. Within HR departments, we understand that you are required to be very comprehensive and detailed with your job descriptions because you are trying to ensure that you know what each of your employees are responsible for. But in terms of when you're actually posting a job, whether online or newspaper, wherever you want to post it, that particular post is an ad, it's not a job description. I mean, who's hiring here? It's not the HR person. The HR person is not hiring for themselves. The HR person is hiring for the business. So there might be some department head somewhere, let's say the head of sales is saying, I'm looking for a sales manager to do this. And as a HR person, your first step is to ask the head of sales, can you please tell me what this person is supposed to be doing? And so the head of sales will actually, with the HR person, work out a very detailed job description. And because you're trying to really understand who is this person I'm looking for. Now, the mistake happens is when you take this job description and you just post it as is, without any amendments to it, without trying to reword it in a way that is interesting to a job seeker. Perhaps maybe HR people are very busy, they think I have a job description ready, why do I have to think about how to rewrite it? This is perfectly fine, I'll just put it online. But I do find it's a bit of a waste in some sense because the employer or the company would have paid to post the ad. And if it's not written very well, then you've wasted an opportunity here to attract the right person to join you. Rewriting that job ad is not that difficult. It's just text mostly. Just by putting in a little bit more effort, I'm talking like an extra 5-10 minutes, will make such a huge difference for all the amount of effort you're going to put into this recruitment process. So you should put in some effort to rewrite it as an ad rather than its original form as a very detailed job description. So when you're actually writing a job ad, what you should be figuring out is you don't have to go into too much detail about what the responsibilities of the job. As an example, if I'm an accountant, I already know what an accountant is supposed to be doing. I don't really have to go into a lot of detail about 10 bullet points about an accountant's job. What I'm most interested in is what your company is doing. So build that story into your job ad itself. You can have a few bullet points about what the roles, responsibilities are, and then also share with the potential job seeker why they should join your company. What's the main thing that your company offers to talent? You're going to be joining a startup that is building something new that's never existed before, and you're going to be part of this journey. Or you're going to be joining a company that has a very strong people-centric values, and we spend a lot of time building bonds with each other. Whatever that particular pillar that you pick, build that into your job ad so that the right talent, when they look at it, they know why they should be applying to it. And just to borrow a concept from marketing, you have to imagine that a job seeker that's actually looking for jobs, they're looking at a lot of job ads, so many job ads. And for them, they see the job title, and then they'll look at the job description very quickly to decide if they're interested to apply or not. So as much as possible, whatever you believe might be most interesting to a job seeker, bring it to the top. Grab their attention fast, put something right up at the top so that it catches their attention quick. Every company, actually no matter how big you are, there's also a limited number of resources. As an example, if you're saying that the employee branding pillar that you want to be focused on is, say, not wealth, right? Okay, let's say you're not focused on wealth. If you don't have a very big budget for salary, and you know that maybe in the market your competitors may possibly be paying even higher than you, then you can focus your effort on working on the other pillars to attract talent. If you're already very clear about that limitation. If you're not going to be able to pay above market salary, then let's say you say, okay, we're going to go down the social connection path. We can do the things that make people feel that they want to be here. Maybe allow them remote working, give them that flexibility, whatever it is. So once you're very clear with these pillars, it really allows you to focus your resources on the right things and not be all over the place. So many of the top employers in the world, and you're talking about the number ones where everyone wants to work in those companies, you'll find some of them have even all 7 pillars. And what this actually means is you're not limited to one pillar, basically. The more pillars, the better. But if you are new, if this is the first time you're trying to implement this, generally speaking, you should aim to have between 1 to 3. If it's just 1, it's a little bit too narrow. You may kind of be missing out on a lot of really quality people that would actually love to work in your company. But if you try to do all 7, then you're going to be all over the place. So a great starting point would be 1 to 3 pillars. With the 7 pillars framework, it's pretty straightforward, right? You can look at it and you can figure out pretty easily what type of story you want to put. And these days, I would even say that you don't need very expensive equipment, by the way, to generate content. You can even just use your phone, just interview your employees very casually, and people love very authentic content these days. So as a starting point, you can start sharing stories in this very simple way. Even short 20-30 second video clips make a huge difference, rather than nothing. You can imagine if you go to a career page and there's nothing there, versus a career page with a lot of short form content, short video clips, just sharing stories is a huge difference. Now, if you really wanted to take it to another level, of course, you could go get some help, maybe from your marketing department, because these things are things that marketing generally does on the day-to-day. Or you could even seek out a creative agency outside if you're willing to invest the kind of resource to create a very strong employer brand content. If, as an example, career growth is a pillar in your company, then you can interview people in your company that have grown. Say, oh, I started as a fresh graduate and now I'm heading a department in the company. And when they share these stories, the job seeker listening to it will form a picture that, oh, this is a place where I can grow my career. Or if social connection is one of your pillars, then you can put up videos of how you have many employee bonding activities and people are laughing together, having lunch together, whatever it is. And that will then form that story to them. So it's not that you're telling the job seeker, oh, we have social connection here. You show them through the stories that you share, the content that you share, that we have social connection here. And your career page is the best place to do it. Once you've sort of established what type of story you have, and as you write your job post, which is the content of your story, how you're sharing it, you have to now decide where you're going to put it. And the place where you put it is actually pretty straightforward. You just have to think about who is this person that you're trying to hire and where's their attention, right? What are they looking at? So a very simple example, if you're looking for someone that is very senior, if you just post this ad on some mass market job portal, you may not reach this very senior person because this senior person is not looking at the job portal. You might have to use a recruitment service or an agency to reach someone like this. Or if you are looking for a lot of young, fresh grads, right? You may want to pick a platform that is very targeted to junior talent, young talent, or you may even decide to run campaigns at the campus itself, right? Go to the universities that you typically like to hire from, and then just bring a team and meet the students who are about to graduate. If you're not sure which particular platform that you want to advertise on, or just to post a job on, just ask your own employees, right? Ask them, where do they spend their time, right? Which platforms do they actually browse when they're actually looking for a job? And that can give you an idea where to advertise your role.